Let's get deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
Oh, daddy, tickle me up and put me on the glitter stand. What's up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Guys, before I get started, we want to remind you once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, and making sure that when you mow your lawn, you mow it right. And you mow it with the Lawnmower 2.0. And when I say lawn, I'm not talking about grass. I'm talking about your pubes, the hair that grows around your dong for the layman. So, guys, check out Manscaped. Get groomage in the private area so that everyone thinks you go to a full body salon and do it right. So use code GODEEP at GoDeep at manscaped.com. Go deep at manscaped.com. We got JT. He just consumed tons of liquid.
Yes, sir. Boom, clap, Stokers.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. We got Aaron in studio, back in studio.
Aaron, back in the house.
My dog.
Oh, dude.
What's up, legend? Congratulations on the softball championship.
Yep.
Being victorious in
the
a pitcher's duel.
Yep.
What's your position?
I've been pitching a lot lately.
Oh, man.
Just pumping strikes, man.
I knew you had
Come
a
and get it.
cannon. I knew you had a cannon.
And then your Cardinals, how are they looking?
Swept the Cubs 4 games in Chicago. Hit 3 home runs off their closer.
You know, I knew about
Gorgeous.
this because my roommate Joe, Uncle Joe, has been he was pretty bummed out about the whole thing.
Sorry, Joe.
He said they lost each game by 1 run and that they went into the 9th with a lead each time.
3 of the 4, yeah.
That's
Very dramatic way to lose.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe.
Does Joe watch every game?
Yeah, probably the majority. If they're playing at a time when he's either awake or not at work. Yeah.
Is he laser focused, or is he kind of just like
No, he's into
keeping
it.
an eye on it?
Yeah, he's into it. Yeah.
Does he, even in like regular season games when it's just like relaxed, is he like getting like, yeah?
Yeah, he's pumped because I think there's like always momentum at stake. You
Uh-huh.
know, the team's either in a losing streak or they're on a hot streak. Either way, full attention is needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
The ebbs and flows of that 6-month season.
I'm envious of his Chicago fandom.
Oh, yeah, he's deep in it. It's so funny when he talks about Trubisky, the quarterback from Chicago, because he didn't have any touchdown throws the first 2 weeks. And I generally just don't think he throws the ball very well. When he's on the run, it's a little better, but anything in the pocket kind of comes out squirrely.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe just can't admit it.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 other guys from the same draft class, Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, who, especially Mahomes, are like world beaters. And so I'm always like, those guys are better, huh? And Joe's like, they're not better. Hasn't been proven yet. But it's like obvious to anyone watching that they're leaps above Trubisky.
I watched Mahomes. He's amazing.
He's a freak.
Yeah, he's
like
legit.
revolutionizing the way people play quarterback. And Joe will watch his highlights and be like, he'll throw just a dime in the back of the end zone. And Joe will be like, that's not that good of a throw. And it's remarkable to see Joe just convince himself that this new quarterback who's could end up being like the MJ of football is just not good.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, he's not that good.
Nice throw, dumbass.
And then, dude, Joe and I are going to have to move. My other roommate, who I speak about less, but I've known forever and is one of my dearest friends, Greg, is moving out with his lady.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. He's moving to Los Feliz. I think he's always been a
that's where
Los
he's
Feliz
moving?
guy. Yeah, I think he's always wanted to live there. And, you know, his girlfriend, Melissa, is wonderful, and he told me a couple nights ago, he's like, bro, I'm moving out.
Does he have a place set up already?
Yep, they already got a place picked out.
When's he moving?
In a month.
In a
month and
month?
a half. Yeah.
Cool.
And Joe is floating some names of people to have move in, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, just keep it the 2.
Keep it the deuce, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3's hard to fill.
3's a lot.
Yeah.
Greg's kind of perfect because he's just like a solid guy,
Yeah.
and I've just known him so long. A lot of trust there. But, dude, things change.
Yeah.
I did this in my Instagram post. Like, I was like, Greg's moving out. You know, my dad's sick. Our career's going well. Life just keeps changing on you.
Yeah.
And I said all that to Joe, and then he said, this parking lot sucks.
Yeah.
Because we're in a shitty parking lot.
Well, that's the way he internalized it. You know, in Joe speak, he said probably a quote from Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching.
Yeah, he was saying stay present. Like,
Yeah.
let's focus on what's in front of us, which is this terrible parking lot.
Yeah. He's got an interesting philosophy behind him.
There's a lot of integrity to it for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of spirituality in that hog.
A lot of farting too.
He just comes home and just like
The masticator.
I'm like,
Yeah,
dude.
the noise machine.
No, probably the thing my parents said to me most was like, close your mouth
Yes.
and stop showing me your ass.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's literally the exact same lessons were being taught at my because I was always mooning people.
Yeah.
So my parents were always like, just please keep your pants on at this party.
Dude,
But then I'd get fired up.
Yeah, dude, I
Yeah.
had a birthday party too, and they're like, do not show everyone your ass.
Yeah. You got to keep butt though.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so do you.
Thanks.
Next thing I knew, my brother was drawing a skull on my ass with Sharpie.
I used to have friends draw stuff on my butts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever get tattoos
We had
with
some pretty
Sharpies?
clever stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Freshman year, I drew like a dick on my chin with a Sharpie. And then I kept licking it all day.
Nice. My brother would he'd put me in the full-on tattoo parlor, and he put like a bow tie on me. He drew on loafers with tassels. He drew on my favorite was the neck taco, which is just a taco on your neck. It looked good. It looked great.
Yeah, I had a friend, like when people would pass out drunk, we'd
Yeah.
draw all over them. Most of the time not in Sharpie, but then, there'd be a party downstairs and we'd be writing on them upstairs and then we'd be like, well, everyone needs to see this. So we'd get mad at him. We'd be like, Robert, the cops are here and they need everyone downstairs now.
Yeah.
And he would know we were bullshitting, but, we'd ride him hard enough and get him downstairs and then he'd just stand there drunk and we'd be like, oh, look at him. And we'd be like, yeah, we got you. We got you. It only took 3 hours of cajoling, but we got you. Worth it. Dude, what about this SNL thing with Shane Gillis?
Yeah, man, that was a crazy story.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It's a tough one because, you want to be on the side of like, this is comedy, it's sacred. We need to be able to take chances.
Yeah.
We need to be able to take risks, but then there's also the side where it was like from last year, not like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like pretty derogatory.
It was pretty mean and out of touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't cool.
It's not like structured joke.
Yeah, and it wasn't funny, really.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't like what he said, and I think he should have just straight up apologized. That's like my mentality. Is like, if you say something stupid, just apologize. Like, sometimes people say stupid shit, and then they defend their right to say stupid shit. And I'm like, do you really want to die on that? And he'll just say, like, you're wrong and move on.
Yeah.
And he sort of said sorry. It just wasn't like a full-fledged apology. He couched it in, like, I'm a comedian. I need to be able to take chances.
Yeah.
Which I do agree with, because when I started doing stand-up, like, I'm more careful now. But when I started, I said really stupid shit.
Yeah.
Not typically racial shit, or really ever racial shit, but I said stuff that I wouldn't say now. And
Yeah.
it took me maybe doing that to figure out to pull back.
Yeah.
But I definitely wasn't ready for prime time.
Yeah.
Which is what he was doing going on to SNL. But then I also don't like the binary of like, oh, he said a bad thing, so he's a bad person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he is as a person, but I assume he's probably a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know people who say stupid shit who are good guys.
Yeah.
So and maybe that's not even, SNL may not even be saying that he's a bad guy. Maybe they're just saying that it was too much heat to deal with. But the other, sorry, go ahead.
And yeah, it is pretty disconcerting to see like the response on Twitter when people are just like furious at him. They're like, go the fuck away, you piece of shit asshole.
Right.
And it's like, you're gonna like say that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just like, the guy says like a few things that, aren't, ideal.
Yeah.
Let's say, to say the least. And then you're just gonna like box him in like that as just like a huge piece of shit that shouldn't be able to make a living.
Yeah, and then
should
they try
go die.
And then they try to find more evidence that like confirms that he's a bad person.
Yeah.
And then they take his stand up and they like transcribe it and they're like, these are all hacky bits. That really upsets me.
Yeah.
Because I watched him at the Comedy Store in the main room.
Yeah.
Which is what, like the second like biggest stage at a comedy club in America, like there in the cellar.
Yeah.
And he crushed.
Yeah.
He murdered. He was really, really funny. I went home before any of this stuff happened. I was talking to my roommate. I was like, bro, this guy Shane Gillis like crushed.
Really?
Yeah, like he had great material, good stage presence. It's really hard to crush in the main room.
Yeah.
Like big comedians don't do that great a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And he crushed. And then so to see all these people online just like so casually dismiss him as a performer and be like, oh, look at these bits. All these bits are gross and stupid and hacky.
Yeah.
Especially when they called it hacky.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not hacky. You don't know what hacky is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a comedian?
Yeah. And I was thinking about that too. I was like, you don't even have to be a comedian, but like you need to be a student of comedy at minimum to really designate that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, and comedy's not meant to be transcribed and read that way. Like a lot of it, like if you wrote down Chris D'Elia's set, it wouldn't read as hilarious.
Yeah.
Probably. No disrespect, dog. But he doesn't listen.
Well, same with like Sebastian.
Yeah, or Sebastian. But then but those two guys more than anyone have so much charisma.
It's all their presence.
Yeah, and then they crush.
Yeah. What do you think about the idea of apologizing though, as in like giving in to like the mob and sort of condoning that behavior of like just writing like they point out that you're like a bad person because you said this one thing, then you apologize. What do you think about people sort of taking a stand and fighting back at it?
I do think there's integrity in that, but the way I look at it is different than that. Like I look at it as like as an isolated thing, it's wrong. It was kind of wrong to say it was wrong to say what he did, you know? Like to use those terms for Asian people. Like that's wrong. So if I got caught or if I said something like that and got caught saying it, I don't think I would be worried about like the mob. I'd be more like, yeah, that was shitty. I should just say sorry.
I think in his case especially, that's true. But what about like comedians who are making like jokes, and they're just trying to be funny?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like an obvious attempt at they're just trying to push the boundaries, and they're just trying to be funny.
I think it's case by case because I think you can sometimes you miss the mark, sometimes you hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's some stuff that I've said that I probably wouldn't apologize for, and there's some stuff that I would.
Yeah.
I don't think you should. Well, I guess my thing would be, and it's not like the strongest take, but I wouldn't have like a set reaction to anything. It would all be case by case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it would depend what I was in trouble for. But if I was in trouble for what he got in trouble for, yeah, I think that's one where you just like say sorry and hope for forgiveness and move on.
Yeah. Well, what do you think's gonna happen to him?
I think he'll have a fine career. I just hope he doesn't go like super far the other way.
Yeah.
Like, because those people will accept him. You know what I mean? Because I think he's got more appeal than that.
So he's sitting there just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
He just comes out, he's like, come on, guys, what's the deal with spoons, huh? And you're like...
Yeah, like he does the safest stuff. Yeah.
Why do we have spoons?
Yeah.
They're just mini bowls. Am I wrong?
Spoons are good. Aaron, what's your take?
I've only heard the clip from his podcast, and that was a pretty shitty podcast.
Yeah.
That's all I care.
You notice the audio engineering?
Yeah. I've sat through a lot of podcasts, and they're all better than that.
And are you referring to the audio specifically, that they just didn't have the right mics?
Yeah.
I was just joking.
Yeah,
it was disrespectful to your vocation.
I think so. And, you know, you can delete this if you want after the fact, but when you get SNL, or when you find out you're getting SNL, delete your podcast, man.
Dude,
you don't need that shit. You don't need that shit anymore.
No, I was about to, dude. We're gonna hire someone. I think we've been pretty safe, but I think I was gonna hire someone to go through and just like comb through all of our stuff, because like, it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
If I'm gonna get my dreams, it's just not worth it to like have some like 10-second thing where I'm like trying to be edgy, like derail the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it sucks. It does suck that we live in a climate where like we have to be that, I don't know.
We should get on that ASAP.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it sooner rather than later. I think we're good, but yeah.
Do you know anyone that could do that?
Sure, yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who will right now, but...
Any, like, professionals, though?
Yeah, I know one guy.
Really?
Yeah. Who does, like, reputation management stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's get on that.
Dude, I met the guy who put out the article about Shane Gillis with all the clips.
Yeah.
He came to a stand-up show of mine. and it
with
was
with a name tag that said all that, or
no, it was before this.
Oh, okay.
And I just met him, and I was like, "Oh, you're a comedy journalist," and he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh,
that's probably the worst profession."
yeah, dude, he didn't laugh once during my set. So, yeah, I was like, and then we had like a brief conversation. He did not seem very funny.
Yeah.
A comedy journalist.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine if you're a comedy journalist, you're probably pretty bitter. Because
Right.
you probably failed at comedy.
Yeah, or never tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not the man in the arena.
The other guy's like Proctor. Who's the guy in Gladiator who his first like
Proximo.
Proximo. Although
Yeah.
Proximo he was a gladiator.
Dude, we've had an exciting couple of weeks. There's some stuff we can't talk about till next week, but some
Yeah.
stuff we can talk about.
Yeah.
We did Hawaii 5-0 last week.
It was awesome.
In its 10th season, they brought out Chad and JT.
It was awesome.
And
Scooter and skis.
Yeah, we were going to play Chad and JT on the show, and then Chad and JT decided we didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so they changed our names to Scooter and Skis.
It was so fun, man. And like, you know, it was being in Hawaii, shooting on a show. I mean, it was a lot of work. We were kind of like MIA last week because we were just shooting like for like 5 days. But it was so, you know, the crew was amazing.
Wonderful. Best crew I've ever been around.
Like
Yeah.
island vibes, you know. They love life. They love their jobs. They're all tan.
And they've been together for 10 years on this show, and then a lot of them were on
Yeah.
Lost, which filmed on the same island before that
Yeah.
for 5 or 6 years. So this team has literally been together for 16 years.
Yeah, and they didn't have any like ounce of like bitterness or sort of like sometimes I feel like maybe in LA a lot of people will have that kind of like, you know, they want to be in a higher position or something, so they're just kind of like, especially like waiters and stuff, which because they're not in crew, but I'm just saying, like, as an example, it was such a well-oiled machine. They were so confident, too, and comfortable. I remember watching, like, the cameramen, because there were some, like, dicey shots, like, by a pool, over a balcony, on a roof. The confidence they had, just like, give me the camera, and they're just holding it, you know, just, like, they're just, like, they just knew exactly what they were doing. It was so cool. And then we got to a point, too, where we were just having fun on camera and just goofing around, and
Yep.
I think that's the best stuff, when you just feel free and able to sort of just like
Play,
get creative.
Yeah, it was dope, dude. It was like one of the best experiences of my life. Really just had so much fun. And like the director, Karen, who I'm going to be talking about later, Aces, the first AD, Rich.
Oh, Rich.
Because like first AD, like the directors are in charge, but the first ADs run the set.
Right.
They kind of do what people think directors do, where they're like, all right, everybody, get ready. Set this up. Set that up.
Yeah.
That's like the first AD's job.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like the boots on the ground general. And just the way they kept things moving but kept it upbeat was like such a pleasure to be around. And they were so nice to us.
Yeah,
And
my favorite PA was Riley.
dude, Riley, Rich's son, the
Yeah.
80s son was a PA. We didn't find that out till like the 4th day.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what, dude? You're a legacy?
Yeah.
You and your dad work together?
Yeah.
And then we're like, is your dad ever hard on you? He goes, no. He's really nice. Sometimes I disappoint him though, which hurts. I was like, God damn it, Riley, I love what I'm hearing.
Yeah. He's such a bra, too. I love
Yeah.
him. He's
Oh,
like,
Riley was a
He's
stud,
like, hey,
dude.
brothers, you want to grind in some sandwiches?
Yeah.
And my favorite thing that anyone said to me on the whole trip was, I was like, so what are you doing this weekend? And he's like, bro, I'm going to have some beers, surf, and try to meet some pretty island ladies. And I'm like, that's the lifestyle that everyone should
We
aim
were ready
for.
to move to Hawaii after a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you meet people there who have only, you're like, they have full Hawaiian accents.
Yeah.
Like that guy, that extra we met on set. And they're
Yeah.
like, how long you been living here? He's like, 4 years. I'm from Seattle, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you sound like you were born on the North Shore?
That guy was kind of a
Yeah.
huge chotch, though, too, because, like, there's this extra who, like, he said something in Hawaii. What was it?
He said like, Punganya.
Yeah, which means, like, you have a huge ass.
Yeah.
And he's like, bros, I just told her she has a huge ass. And she's, like, standing there. She's like, what? And he's like, yeah, I mean, look at it, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hawaii's an interesting place too. Like we heard an alarm go off like over the entire
Tsunami.
tsunami warning, and it ended up being a glitch. But we're just standing there at work, and I'm like, everyone's like, "Don't worry about it. It's just a glitch." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Are we sure it's a glitch?"
Yeah.
And then they told us that they they accidentally one time sent out a mass text message to everyone on the island that a nuclear missile from North Korea was coming.
I remember
and
that.
that everyone only had 20 minutes to live.
Yeah.
It ended up being, it was like a top-down menu, and instead of sending the "this is a test" one, the guy sent "this is the real deal" one.
Yeah.
Which is like,
And dude, they were saying like when the alarm went off, they're like, oh, that's weird. They usually do that the first Monday of each month.
yeah.
And so they were like, I thought they were fucking with us because they're like, yeah, this is weird because this is not the typical time that they schedule this stuff. And so I thought they were just messing with us. Then the next day they're like, no, we were actually like really scared.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But dude, the way they kept their cool.
Yeah.
The way that Rich the AD was like, there was something really profound about it. He's like, here's the alarms, and he goes, okay, guys, we're gonna get word from the authorities soon on what's going on.
Yeah.
But until we get that, let's set this shot up. He's
Yeah.
like, everybody back to position 1.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're just gonna like, if there is a wave coming, we're just
Yeah.
gonna be finishing our jobs while it hits.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like,
It'd be a good scene.
it's a great scene in a movie.
Yeah.
It's like what they make documentaries, like the band played on
yeah.
in Titanic or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That would really change the whole narrative of that episode too.
Yeah, and of the show. It would
Yeah.
go down as like one of the greatest shows in history.
Yeah.
because everyone sacrificed so hardcore for it.
Yeah. Scooter and Skeet got brushed
Skis.
away.
Everyone keeps messing up my name from the show.
Scooter and Skis
Yeah.
got swept away and held on. One guy was holding on to a branch, and I was holding on.
To your
one of
cell
us was
phone.
holding on to the other, and we
Yeah.
saved each other.
While one of us filmed it on a cell phone.
Yeah.
For content.
Yeah.
What was some other good Hawaii? Oh, dude, we heard this, that like in Hawaii they had a huge rat problem. So they brought over a bunch of mongooses to kill the rats.
Yeah.
And then they realized that the mongooses live during the day and the rats are nocturnal, so they never ran into each other.
Yeah.
So it's just like 2 boats passing in the night.
Yeah. No, I was like to that guy. We were filming with that guy Shane, and he's like, "Oh, there's a mongoose across the road." And I was like, "Oh, cool, mongoose." And he looks at me. He's like, "What?"
Oh, like he sees them all the time. It's
yeah.
no biggie.
He was like laughing at me. I was like,
Dude, they're cool.
"It's cool BMX bikes."
Ricky Tiki Tabby. Those are cool BMX bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then speaking of BMX stuff, we shot Real Bros yesterday.
Yeah. Although there's one guy I wanted to mention in
Oh,
Hawaii
please.
5-0.
Yeah.
I forget his name though. He's from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Kamakona.
Yeah.
What's his real name? Do you know?
I forget.
I'll look
He
it
was
up.
your guy, the big man.
Taylor Wiley. So Taylor Wiley, you might recognize him from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's the guy who helps Jason Segel slaughter a pig for the luau, and he gives him a beer on the beach, and he's like, "You should stop crying." And he was a beast too. I didn't really talk to him, but it was cool. He was one of those guys. I was just like, he's like, "Yeah, Scooter and Skeet," and you're like, "Skis," and he's like, "Right." And he's like, "No," he's like, "Fresh grinds for the VIPs." Oh, thanks. Not you. Scooter and Skis.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
Good energy. Really nice guy, too.
Yeah.
Everybody was nice.
It was
yeah.
it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, it was good times. Yeah, so then we did Real Bros.
Yeah, Real Bros was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool watching Jimmy direct. Yeah.
He's a beast.
He's a beast, man. It's
Yeah.
like he's got a really like strong work ethic and like like command of what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really knows what he's doing. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't want to give away anything details about the show, but I think it was a pretty, it wasn't just like in a studio. They were moving around a lot of pieces that they had to put together. It was it looked like a difficult shoot, and he
Yeah, it
was
was
managing
sprawling.
it well.
Yeah. And he knew exactly what he wanted, which I think is the sign of a good director.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he has a vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was fun working with him.
Yeah.
That was really a nice opportunity.
Yeah.
And then yeah, man, what else is cracking? Have you recovered from Hawaii?
I don't think so I didn't sleep really 2 nights ago. But I don't think I slept that well last night either, because yeah.
What you having dreams, or you just like wrestling in bed?
I was just wrestling,
Yeah,
drinking a lot of water,
got to do
some
that.
peeing. But when you realize you're just exhausted, you're like I sort of get like anxious thoughts and stuff, and I'm like just sort of cranky, and I'm like, oh, I'm just tired. I need to fucking hit the sack.
Yeah, I'm getting better at it, but I can feel it when my brain's running, where my
Yeah.
brain goes, danger, we're in trouble, things are going to go really bad, and they're only
Yeah.
going to get worse. And then tomorrow, you're going to have a breakdown in front of everybody, so
Yeah.
you need to find a way to like pull the plug out now. And I'm like, maybe I just need to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I just need to chill for a little bit.
My brain is it's weird because like whenever I'm exhausted, I will get paranoid about one specific thing and I'll try to like fix it. So I'll just go on like a deep dive of something that I can really do nothing about. And so it'll just take up hours of like the day where I'm just like running around like, how can I like, you know, prevent this from happening to that and it's just like, and I'm like, I just wasted like 4 hours trying to prevent something that's never going to happen from happening.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah.
I did that today.
Yeah.
You watched the Between Two Ferns movie?
No. Is it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been watching it.
How is it? I heard it's not as good as the Funny or Die version of it.
Yeah, because it's like kind of contrived, you know.
It's a little toned down.
They're forcing a story out of it.
Yeah.
And you're like, but they're playing it as reality, but you're like, I know this isn't. Like with the Between Two Ferns interviews, and I love Zach Galifianakis. I think he's
The
brilliant.
greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With those, you know that the target is like in on it.
Yeah.
But it's still funny because you feel like he's still hitting them with surprises, I think.
Yes.
But in this, you know, they have this narrative and they're playing it like it's a documentary, like it's really happening, like mockumentary, basically. But it's just not believable. Maybe because it's Zach.
And I heard he doesn't go at the celebrities as hard as he went at them in the original versions.
Yeah. It feels more set up, I guess.
Yeah.
With this, when the video would just pop up, you're like, oh, he somehow wrangled them into this. But with this, it's because it's a movie and they're going to like different locations. They're like, oh, they run to John Legend here.
Right.
It's like,
yeah,
it's too set up.
At like an AM PM in like Tulsa, and you're like,
yeah,
that just wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But it's believable to think he could trick that person into coming to a sound stage in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, like Eric Andre.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to check that out.
But I love him, and there's some laughs in there. I don't want to knock it, but because I think he's. And I've seen him do stand up. He's brilliant.
Oh, he's the best.
And
he's the best. One of the best ever.
Yeah, and I've heard he just like on set. He's just like genius.
I heard he's sweeter than pie too.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been watching Ballers because my girlfriend's into it.
Really?
Dude,
That's so funny.
Genuinely one of the dumbest shows that's ever existed. Like, so stupid. I laugh. Dude, it's all this, like, phony, thoughtful masculinity shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so stupid. Like, the intro song's fire. It's Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
It'll just get you freaking hyped up. Like, every time the song comes up, I just start bouncing around my
Yeah.
living room, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
And then the show starts, and The Rock's like, if you want to be a winner, first, you got to know what it feels like to lose. And you're like, yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah. And then it's just like, and then it's like moments like that are like super trumped up
Yeah.
40 times over again over the course of a show.
Yeah.
It's like, look, we need to go all in. And then the guy looks back at him and goes, we're way past all in. And you're like,
dude.
whoa, are we? Oh, no.
dude.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's so dumb.
Is it Entourage for football?
Yeah. I think Entourage is like the West Wing compared to this show. Yeah. Like, this is like, yeah, it's so dumb. Yeah.
Here we are back in the set of Ballers. Even the name, dude.
And then The Rock's like, ha. Look, if you're going to try and take my company from me, you should know one thing about me. I never back down. You're like, ooh, tough guy. Okay. Yeah.
He should play a heroin addict in his next film.
That'd be cool if he
Yeah.
dropped like 60. Yeah, if he went like Dallas Buyers Club and just
Yeah.
like got like emaciated. Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, dude. You're like, that's the Rock I want to see.
Yeah.
Because every role is kind of the same.
Yeah, he's just too buff.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like him versus a giant gorilla or skyscraper.
Or an earthquake.
We want him to fight something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fight a drug habit. That seems more difficult.
Yeah.
I started watching Ozark.
You bought Ozark? That was too bleak for me. You like it?
I got about like 50% in the first episode and I went to sleep.
Nice.
But yeah, it got dark quick.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, dude.
He's like watching a video of his wife getting like
Ugh.
boned by
I
somebody
hate that
else.
stuff.
Yeah.
Even on porn sites, you know, when you see like girlfriend cheating on boyfriend, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I love
what?
it.
You do?
I love it. Yeah.
I hate it.
I love it. I love like worst case scenario in my porn.
Really?
Yeah. Like in terms of like the social dynamics. Yeah.
It disturbs me so much.
I'm so afraid of it happening that I watch the porn of it as a way to get over feeling bad about it. I like sexualize my
okay.
fear.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's smart. Yeah, because I'm so afraid of that stuff too that I guess
You just go away from it. I go like I immerse myself. I kind of fetishize it to take away its power for me.
Well, does that make it better or worse for you? What do you think?
It could go either way. I think it's all management. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because if you fetishize it too much, it's like, then that's like the only thing that works for you, or then you're thinking about it too much.
Yeah.
I think I've got it like right sized at this point, where
Yeah.
like it turns me on a little bit, but it's not like driving my entire being.
I
you know?
get such
like
weird.
I'm not actually gonna do that shit.
Yeah, I get such weird superstitious thoughts. I'm like, if I indulge in this
It'll manifest.
and enjoy it, it's gonna manifest.
Yeah, maybe, dude. You're good with manifesting stuff, so
I'm a
maybe-
manifest beast.
Yeah, you're a manifest beast. So you might want to be careful. I trust your instincts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch, I like Strider's advice, 40-year-olds making love, or
Yeah.
just anal.
Yeah, right.
Keep it simple. Guys, I'm going to interrupt this podcast to let you know that we are once again brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, and letting everyone know that when you look at your dong, you want to look at it like it's the statue of David. You want to look at it like it's a piece of art. You want people to revere yours, like Michelangelo spent 60 years on the ceiling of the Vatican. I want you to spend not that much time, but probably like 20 minutes on your hog to make sure that, in the off chance that you have to expose it in public, people are impressed by it, because Manscaped is really looking out for that side of people that, was kind of taboo, but now they're just bringing it to the forefront of culture, and it's what's up. So use code GODEEP at manscaped.com. Go deep at manscaped.com.
Should we get into some questions, dog?
Oh, yeah.
Teenage problems, please help. Yo, what up, Stokers and any guests that are with? I come to you today with a weird and sort of corny cry for help. So I'm a homeschooled legend at the tender age of 15 with unfortunately tons of acne that keeps me depressed every day. But my social life is almost non-existent because I pretty much only have about 2 friends, both of which are from the male gender, and it's depleting my stoke levels because I hardly talk to any girls. But as a teenager and either the hormones, emotions I have, you already know, I want to start boning and boning smooch with that dank Douglas lubricant, baby. And I guess my question is, what should I do to put myself out there in the world and get with some sweet mamacitas? Maybe get some friends along the way if I can, and really get the most out of my teenage years. Always love listening to you guys because the pod really does cheer me up when I'm going through a hard time and I'm in a dark place. And yeah, just keep letting your creative juices fluent in turn. That will fill up my noggin with that sweet knowledge. Love you dudes and keep it up. Ah, my dog. Thank you, brother, for the kind words.
Yeah, thank you. And the nice endorsement of Douglas.
Yeah, that was good, dude. Your heart's in the right place when you're thinking about Douglas.
The fine people at Douglas.
Dude, I think there's a couple ways to go about this. One, I honestly would try and convince your parents to let you go to
Regular school.
regular school. And, I don't want to say one thing's better than the other, but, like, seeing how you're kind of yearning for more interaction, like, there's a place for that, and that's regular school. And I went to regular school, so I liked it. There was aspects I didn't like, but I think that's part of the growing up process, and I think it's nice to be able to relate to people about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I would say is if that's not an option, is that I go back to the parable of the unicorn, Instead of tearing down the forest trying to find it, just have a pretty picnic, and the unicorn will walk right up to you and give you kisses. So, yeah, so maybe what does that actually mean? I think maybe like hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
joining some like after school sports or activities. We're into paintballing. I don't think you're going to find a ton of gals doing that.
Oh, that's legit.
I'll keep thinking. What are you feeling, my dog?
Dude, I got 2 words for you. Rock climbing.
Oh, yeah, you love rock climbing.
They're, I'm sort of in the same boat. I'm basically in the same boat, Build up your life. Start doing stuff you like. Get outside. Get out into the world. Throw yourself out there. Not just with the intent of getting laid, because that's... People can read that, and it's just like, it's a huge turnoff. But if you're just like a dude who's, investing in his interest, investing in himself, stoked every day, just working on maintaining, and of course, life is life. You can't maintain the stoke all the time. But if you work towards building up your stoke so that you can try to achieve an optimum level and make that your default, I think that's an honorable, virtuous thing to do. And if you're looking for hobbies, I highly recommend rock climbing, especially if you want to meet members of the opposite sex.
chess club, poetry club, trivia and quiz clubs. Do cheerleading.
Yeah. Hold on, let me finish.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I highly recommend rock climbing because you get to work your mind and your body, and it's like pretty much like a club, you know. People, they get obsessed with it, they love it, and they meet like-minded people. And so maybe it's not rock climbing, but something in the same vein.
All burn, no bronze. What's up, lords of Stoketown and possible guests? I turn to you bronze bros with a major problem. I live in the high country in Colorado, which is hella chill, and relocating here has been dank for my life. However, my incredibly white Midwestern skin can't handle the intense sunshine. With less atmosphere to block the sun rays at 10,000 feet, I get roasted by the sun and sometimes by the squad. This has resulted in a massive loss to my stoke levels and my confidence in popping my shirt off around the squad when playing volleyball. The summers here is short and sweet, so I spend majority of my time outside just sending it, hiking, camping, fly fishing, or working outdoors. Of course, I put on sunscreen, but are there any pro tips you dogs can give me on how to become a bronze boy and not a tomato boy? Peace, love, and stoke.
I hate to say it, but I think some people, their skin is just not meant to bronze.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way around it, dog. Unfortunately, some people aren't meant to be bronzed. Like a lot of Irish people, I guess, like red-haired people,
Yeah.
you know? Like, they're super chill, and they deserve all the happiness in the world, but they're probably going to have to find a lot of it indoors.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
look at Colin Farrell. I mean, he crushes it.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's able to. Does he bronze? Maybe he bronze. I mean, it's a
Yeah, he
bad
can
example.
get tan. Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan, she doesn't bronze.
She doesn't bronze, and she's legit, dude. She was
Yeah.
so good in Lady Bird
Yeah. She played.
and in Brooklyn.
She played Queen Mary of Scots. She played royalty, and she didn't bronze.
Yeah, my dog. I mean, and dude, you're doing all that outdoor activity that you can still have a great time doing that, even if you're not the most bronze dude in the world. So, you know, don't risk it. Just bump up that SPF.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not worth harming your skin over, you know. A lot of times when you suppress something, other things grow. I don't know if suppress is the right word, but when you take note of the fact, like, all right, I can't bronze, but I can excel in these other parts of my life, then you're just going to shine in a different kind of bronze.
What up, Chad and JT and other guests? I've been listening to this pod for a while, and it helps me stay positive and get through long runs and workouts. It's truly magical. I'm writing in because recently my school has been pushing restrictions on shoes and hair. They made a few kids cut their flow and have tracked down some of the students wearing Vans. How do I stay stoked while wearing leather Sperry's and rocking the same generic haircut as everybody else? I've considered becoming a martyr and getting suspended for the sake of everyone's luscious locks, but it doesn't seem worth it. Do you bros have any ideas as to how I can stick out and not only be stoked, but raise the stoke around those around me? Thanks, savants of scooting, Brady. P.S. Chad, I have my whole class saying Jabwow. It's awesome.
Oh, nice. Thank you, dude. Did he say he wants to wear
That's
Vans
awesome.
or Sperry's?
No, how does he stay stoked while wearing leather Sperry's?
Oh,
because the
he
school
has
has been
to?
tracking down. Yeah, because the school's been tracking down kids who are wearing Vans. There's a witch hunt going on.
Yeah. Dude, I was rocking Vans heavy in school, and my college advisor called me the most disheveled kid in school.
Whoa, something that rhymed there. I wore Vans for the first time a couple days ago on Hawaii 5-0. I'd never worn Vans before.
Oh,
that.
that was
Yeah.
your first time?
Yeah, first time ever.
How'd you feel?
Unstable. Well, I ended up only wearing them for like a couple minutes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But it was interesting. They look cool.
Your time will come.
Yeah, perhaps. I'm open to it. Dude, you know what I would do? I went to private school for most of my life, so I had to wear uniforms. Is that I would just like fetishize looking like a nerd. Like I was like, all right, you want me to look like a nerd? I'm going to be like extra nerdy. Like I'm going to do all the buttons on my polo, and I'm going to have a rolly backpack. So maybe lean into it and then make them feel foolish for making you wear that. That's the way I love to do something, is follow the rules while also commenting on the rules.
You'd be like, that geek is a badass.
Yeah, that geek keeps fucking with me. Yeah.
Man, do you see that geek busted out that window?
They're like, your hair's parted too intensely. You're like, what are you talking about? You want me to part my hair? They're like, yeah, but you're parting it so much, it's almost becoming edgy again. You're like, make up your mind, people.
Yeah. Did that geek just do a burnout?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you do something crazy. No, don't do something crazy. But you do something, conventionally cool, and then it's all the richer because of it.
Yeah, I would play around with it. I think the fact that they boxed you into a set of rules, that's going to expand your creativity because now you have this box and you want to think outside the box while still following the rules. So I would dive into dank colors. I'd get some white Sperry's, maybe with some like red lining or something, or like blue lining, and then just like I'd make your outfit within dress code but super loud. Hot colors. I'm talking neon. Freaking mess with your flow a little bit. Maybe give yourself a freaking man bun if you really want to get but I'd mix in with the hot colors, white Vans, white Sperry's. That's sending a message.
Hell yeah. What up, Chad and GT? I've got a tough issue I need your advice on. Me and one of my bros are having some minor beef right now. We're both in high school in our senior year, and I've been pursuing this girl who's way out of my league for the past 6 months or so. Class has just started, and my homie and I were in class together, but I have the opportunity to switch to a different period with my crush. Right now, she has a boyfriend who's about to leave for college, so I see this as prime opportunity. My bro and I would still talk all the time and hang together throughout the day, but am I a schmoll if I switch to their period? He said he would be sad if I did, but he doesn't want to stand in the way of my dream, but I don't want to be a schmoll. What should I do?
So the other girl's in the other period?
Yeah.
I love rom-coms, so, I guess you don't want to disrespect your bro, but I think the pursuit of love is pretty beautiful, so I'd switch period and see how it goes.
Yeah, I think, I'm always like, no, dude, you don't want to do anything conniving to get close to a lady because it's like bad juju. But then I remember that like Jim on The Office pretended he didn't know how to drive stick so that he could have lessons with Pam. And, sometimes we have to go above and beyond to get close to the people we're attracted to. And, to your original question, like, are you a schmoll? No, you're not a schmoll for doing that. Just make it up to your buddy in other ways, like give him rides to places and let him play music. Let him play his music on the rides when you guys go for rides. And I think that'll more than make up for you bailing out of that class.
Yeah. And I think your buddy, if he'll probably come around and be like, yeah, you go find that relation, dude. I'll be here with the guys playing Zelda, and you go do your thing. And
there is a way to think about it where you're providing him an opportunity where you leave the class and then he has to make new friends. And maybe in the course of that happening, he meets a lady that he's super into.
Right.
And then pretty soon you guys are going on double dates.
Yeah.
And this other dude who went off to college and lost his girlfriend, he ends up studying more because of it, getting his master's, then his PhD, and he finds a cure for something.
Wow. That's a scientific breakthrough because you switched periods.
That's not the butterfly effect, that's the butter dank effect.
Oh, delicious.
First off, I can't believe I'm writing to you guys and we'll end up on the fucking pod. I have a lot of questions for you guys, but I'll skip over and get to the main one. I'm 19 years old and have lived in the DC area my whole life and just recently moved to Florida. Aside from catching rays and smoking doinks, what would you recommend I do to pass the time down here? School starts in roughly 2 weeks, which I'm pretty amped on, but besides that, I have nothing going on. I'm pretty introverted, which sucks. It's all good, dude. But it's who I am. Any thoughts from two literal geniuses like yourself? Whoa. Thank you. Would help a young lad in these trying times. Keep up the fire content. It helps get me through the days, and I cannot thank you enough for that. Thanks, Jared. P.S. Fuck Puzio. And also if you could toss out some fire websites to help enlighten me on current events.
Where do you move to again?
Florida.
Oh, dude, get out there in bronze. Wakeboard. Maybe join a friendly fight club, like our dog Jake.
All very good options. And make sure the fight club is friendly.
Yeah.
Don't go in there with a bunch of savages who are just going to like abuse their extra abilities on you. You know, you want people who are going to administer the beatings to the correct degree so that you can learn from it.
Yeah, learn from Jake.
Dude, yeah, I think Chad's right, man. Wakeboarding would be a really great way to spend time, and then you're on a boat and there's sandbars out there in Florida, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Like there's like little islands that you go out to and everyone like drinks on them. And plus, dude, you're only a couple of weeks away from college. Like you're about to discover who you are. Like the calm is now, the storm is coming. Like you're about to realize all your interests. So maybe just get amped for that.
You could also become a theme park enthusiast because you got Disney World, you got Universal Studios, tons of parks there.
Yeah.
You know, get your thrill on. Go freaking get that adrenaline pumping and go hit some rides. That's something I would do. And then there's like wakeboard parks. If you can't find a boat, they have wakeboard parks, I think, in Orlando, where you literally get pulled by a friggin' widget.
Dude, you're so erudite when it comes to theme parks. It's phenomenal.
I do love thrills.
You are a thrill seeker, my dog. And dude, another thing that I've been doing lately that's really been helping me. And you're 19, so this might not appeal. Meditation, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, meditate. Make you feel good, dude. Then you'll
Yeah.
go into all these situations where you feel introverted, be a little more comfortable with how introverted you are.
Yeah.
Because it's not a bad thing, dude. You know, it's something you have to deal with. And of course, you want to push yourself to get outside of your comfort zone. But I wouldn't be too hard on yourself just because you need time to yourself, or because you don't have all the friends in the world yet. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty introverted, and I love it, you know, because I love the fact that I'm able to take as long as I want to spend by myself and just be happy as a friggin' clam.
Hey, dude, just want to start by saying love the pod, and it gets me amped when I'm having a bad day. Anyways, my 1-year anniversary with my girlfriend is approaching soon. Congrats.
Nice.
And I want to make her feel like the special girl she is. What do you guys think I should do for our anniversary? I'm going to tell you to do something I do not know how to do. I think, well, I don't know, because it's all in the execution. But can you cook a fire 7-course meal?
Whoa.
I'm talking nuts to bolts, front to back, the entire 24-hour Le Mans race in cuisine.
Wow.
I mean, I'm talking started off with some cheese and grapes. Then we get into le bouche, appetizers, and then entree, then a pasta, and then a dessert. Maybe have some friends come over and help you and make it fun for you and all your boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe your girlfriend wants to go to a dinner, but if that's not something that she's automatically into, I think if you could throw down some Wolfgang, Bobby Flay, Mario Batali, that could be really great.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Cooking a really fresh meal for 7 courses, that's hard to beat. What's something unforgettable that you can do?
It's 1 year too, so I mean, do you want to set? I mean, I don't want to be afraid of like if you do hot air balloon, where do you go year 20?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for my 1-year anniversary, we're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it
we,
is.
We
cool.
were in Vegas, so I guess but it was for Kevin's wedding.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys at least smooch?
Yeah, I was like, it's our 1-year anniversary. You want to make out? And she's like, sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, because that sets the bar too high. So you could just want to keep it cash, and maybe go watch Ad Astra.
Yeah, but he did email us, so I think he wants something.
He wants to go big.
He wants to go big.
Just smoke some doinks.
Yeah.
Oh, you love that. I heard you laugh.
It's so stupid.
Smoke some doinks.
He might have meant danks, but I'm pretty sure he meant doinks.
I hope he meant doinks.
That could catch on.
Yeah.
Um,
Stokers, start writing in saying smoking doinks so I remember it.
I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah, if you want to tweet, just smoke some doinks at Hilarious on Twitter. That'd be great.
Yeah. And tweet smoke doinks with Aaron. I was thinking too, you could do, I love that. And I was thinking too, you could do an activity that like helps bring you closer together, something like skydiving. Even though it's dangerous, not want to be the cause of your death.
Skydiving?
Yeah.
No, that's safe.
It's
They could do
safe.
that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe do something like skydiving, high intensity, bungee jumping, high intensity where you guys are scared together and then you do it together and then you have that memory just etched in your domes forever. And then that's something you can always go back to.
Yeah, I did the same. I had a girlfriend, and for our 2-year anniversary, went hunting for wild boar together.
Oh, nice.
But we didn't bring rifles because I thought that was too much of a competitive advantage. So we just brought sharpened bow staffs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we ended up not getting any, which was a bummer, but we got some of each other, which was chill.
Nice.
Yeah.
And with something like a sharpened stick, that makes it much more personal. It's like you go up to the wild boar and you're like, do I want to do this? 'Cause
It's
with
soul
a
to
gun,
soul.
With a gun, you can kind of just shoot them from afar. But with that, you're like, do I really want to eat this guy?
Yeah, you're up in his kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just drinking from this little nook here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, what's up? My name is Jess. I'm a senior at Clemson. I love the pod. It's awesome. My stoke has never been this high before, and it's all thanks to y'all. So nice, man. Big problem in my life, though. I'm currently doing a long-distance relationship, 1DR. What does that mean? And I miss my guy so much, sometimes my stoke level drops. We text, FaceTime, and have countdowns until we see each other, but it still sucks missing him so much. Any suggest to raise the blaze? That's my own saying. Between us, while long dis? Go Tigers and Trevor Lawrence. Jess. Man, Trevor Lawrence is a freak, bro. Just prototype QB. 1DR. Sorry, I don't know what this means, guys. I hope it doesn't make me seem like a dork. Oh, I wonder. Oh, very cool. That makes sense. Hey, you know what? I think what you need to do is appreciate missing this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that you miss each other so much. There's some people who don't miss each other at all. You love this guy so much that you miss him. You literally crave him. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I would just be grateful for it and be like, oh, man, you know who I miss? My boyfriend. I love that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that motherfucker. I think that's really sweet.
And plan an event, like a reunion event in the future, so you have something to, whenever you're talking, to look forward to, because that just raises excitement levels. You can just talk about what you're going to do during that event, whatever you plan on doing, like a trip or just your reunion, and have that sort of end goal in sight, so that can keep you guys bonded and keep you guys juiced and excited.
That's what's up. Real quick too, guys, I got to do a quick addendum to my, I think it was Babe of the Week a couple of weeks ago, the wide receiver Bullet Bob Hayes from the Dallas Cowboys, who also won the gold medal in the 100 meter. There was another thing I forgot to say about him that made him such a great football player, is that he was so good at going deep and his speed was so hard to deal with that the league actually evolved in its defenses because of him. They say he's responsible for zone coverages and for bump and run defense from the corners. So another reason why he is a stellar stud that needs to be thought of more often.
Nice.
Chad, so let's get into the other stuff. What is your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is with insomnia. I don't have insomnia, but I had it for a night, and it was brutal. And to anyone who suffers from that, my heart goes out to you, because it is fucking, it's the worst. So, sorry, dude. But yeah, I had it for a night, and because we had an important thing the next day. And I wanted to sleep well. I got in bed at like 10. And I was like, I'm going to bed at 10. I was also jet lagged from Hawaii, so it was like 8 p.m. for me. And I couldn't sleep. And I couldn't sleep till 2 a.m. And it was the worst. I tried all kinds of things. I tried the Calm app. I did like 3 different meditations. I tried Sleepy Time Tea. I tried to hypnotize myself. I tried to read a book. And it just was not happening, because it was in my dome, it was like, go to sleep, because this is important. And I was just, my body's just like, nah, dude, go fuck yourself. And I was like, damn, that's harsh, because I thought you were on my side, but whatever. So, yeah, my beef of the week is with insomnia. It sucks. And I feel very grateful for the ability to be able to fall asleep, typically.
It was funny, though, dude, because when I saw you the day after, you were like, dude, I barely slept last night. I'm losing it. And in my head, I'm literally like, you look phenomenal.
Oh, well.
I was like, your skin is, like, glowing.
Well, the way I got over it, Stokers, you can use this if you don't sleep well and you also have ample time in your day. Go to Moto Yoga on La Brea.
Murder, bro.
Hot yoga, and just sweat it all out, and you're going to shine.
I want to take, like, Jocko Willink there and just watch him break, dude. That room is so hot.
Yeah.
I could not make it through the movements. I was dead.
I know. My heart was beating so fast. I'm like, is this because I'm tired? Or is this because it's this hard? Like,
it's hard, dude.
Like, I was trying, and then, like, 45 minutes in, I was just, like, I broke down. I was like, I had to do child's pose. And these ladies in front of me were just crushing it. I was like, good on you.
Yeah, I was just squirming on my mat, like, Yeah. And then I went into the male locker room afterwards, and there was just all this condescension from the limber dudes being like, hey, brother, not easy, is it?
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Make sure you come back. I was like, yeah, for sure, dudes.
Hey, brother, it's not easy.
Hey, brother, you struggling there a little bit?
They're just
good
waiting
stuff,
for you.
Right? Yeah, they just loved it so much. I'm like, all right, yeah. I just had to wear it and be like, okay, yeah, you guys are amazing at this. Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking, like, it's funny, like, when I start earning more money,
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy more things. I just buy more gym
Memberships.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need more stuff. I need more access.
Yeah.
I 100% am on the same
Yeah.
page.
Rock climbing,
Yeah.
yoga, spin. I don't know if I'll ever do
Pilates,
jiu-jitsu.
dude. I'm doing Pilates.
Oh yeah, how's
it's great.
Pilates?
Dude, Pilates is awesome.
You seem like you've been very zen as of late with the meditation, Pilates.
I'm trying, man. I
Yeah.
really am. And yeah, dude, Pilates is good. I like Pilates too because I'm not good at it and I'm in front of all women. And it's like, it's the same reason I like Muay Thai because I get humiliated in front of guys. And this one I get humiliated in front of women.
Nice.
And it's purifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cathartic.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just keeps you humble.
Yeah.
All right, dude. My beef of the week is it's not my own beef. It's this Philadelphia man who is a hero who saved children out of a fire. That his buddy was up in the house and he was tossing babies, out of a burning apartment. And the guy caught all the babies. And this Philadelphia dude's talking to the news afterwards. They're interviewing him. He's like, so I was catching all the babies, not like Nelson Aguilar from the Eagles. Just want to throw that out there. So in the middle of being interviewed for being a hero, he just trashes this wide receiver from the Eagles for dropping passes. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen,
That's
dude.
awesome.
It's so classic Philly. I know Jack, who runs our Instagram page, is an all-around legend and just does great work. Will really love that because it's just so classic Philly to just be like, yeah, I'm a hero, but fuck the Eagles, man. They should be playing better. And then Nelson Aguilar, to his credit, took the high road and said, congratulations on being a hero. If anyone can get me in touch with this guy, I'd love to bring him to one of our games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He took it well.
Yeah. All right, Chad, who is your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is Hawaii. I love the island vibes. And also too, when we were flying in, it was like we were flying through the clouds. I'm like, this looks like entering heaven.
The clouds are different.
Yeah, the clouds are different. And I was thinking about like the people who, before people knew that flight was possible, they'd look up at the clouds and they'd think whatever, like God's in the clouds or whatever. And I was thinking about that. And now you're just like in the clouds and you're like flying through them in this like crazy object that's just ripping through the sky. And you're like, wow, I'm flying through the clouds right now. Like, how many people actually get to experience this? And I'm dropping into paradise where I'm going to shoot with a fire crew.
Only for the last 100 years have people gone to experience the miracle of flight, which I'm very afraid of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's brand new.
Yeah. And you're just going through clouds.
And they've already got it pretty well honed in on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we could just do it lower to the ground. Do we have to be 35,000 feet in the air? I guess that's the spot where the turbulence is less. But I'm like...
It is crazy when you think about how high they go.
Yeah, it's high.
I never really thought about it that way. Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking high.
You just think
Sorry
it's
for the
like,
language, guys. I know some of y'all told us to stop cussing so you could listen at work. This one's not going to be the one, but the next one will be on it.
Yeah. Yeah, hire whoever's listening, whoever just heard this, give the guy who's listening a promotion.
Yes.
But
Good
Hawaii.
call.
Yeah, but Hawaii, good island vibes. Love the people there. When you're out in the ocean, I love the feeling of being out in the Pacific. Like you're like, I'm in the middle of the Pacific right now. Like I'm just on an island in paradise. Amazing sand, coral. I know the coral's not doing so hot out there, so my heart goes out to the coral.
For sure.
But it's just an amazing place, and so just freaking stoked and amped that it's a place we got to visit, and the waves out there are incredible. They're like, because like California beach, I mean, we get good waves, but it's out there. It's like, yeah, it's 2, 3, it's all right. I'm like, dude, those are fun. It's not like LA County.
Next to the shrimp place, what was the name of that break?
Ala Moana Bowls.
That was pretty. Some good speed to those waves, too.
Yeah. A lot of speed.
And the break is, I kept mentioning this, and I guess you said it mixes up, but it looked like the break was farther out in Hawaii than it is here because of the reef, right?
Yeah. It's cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah. What's your, who's your legend? Or your babe?
My babe of the week is 2 people. It's John Daniels and Dory Daniels, formerly Dory Dawson, until a couple days ago.
Nice.
I had the honor of being a groomsman at my friend John's wedding. And he was my beef of the week one time because we had to kick him out of our fantasy football league.
He's the one who got kicked out?
Yeah, for not paying enough attention to his squad. And, we had to do it to protect the league, but we couldn't have kicked out a cooler guy. I mean, the guy's got more talent in his finger than any 10 men combined. I mean, he rips at singing. He's a hell of an athlete, and he's just charismatic as all get out. And that's like the top of the line stuff. But then just seeing him at his wedding, he was nervous as shit. And then his beautiful bride comes out and he just started crying. I'm not trying to embarrass
Oh,
you,
really?
dog. I loved it. I loved it. It got me so hyped up. He was shaking his head like, no, no, no. And I guess he was saying like, no, no, don't cry. But I read it like, no, 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 you can't be this beautiful.
Oh, nice.
And it was really nice. And then we just had a killer wedding afterwards. I make it seem like I was like so integral to it. But it felt like that. And then, yeah, I caught the garter belt. 6th time I caught the garter belt. That's what I'm all about. And he picked me up and carried me into a big group of guys. And we raged to Taking Back Sunday. And yeah, John's just an awesome dude. He's always looked out for me. He's always like, I had a breakdown on Adderall when I was visiting him in New York, and he let me crash at his place, and him and Dory nursed me back to health. And it was the first time I spent like time with a couple, and I saw how nice domestic life could be when both people are compatible. Like every night they would just cook dinner together and watch Shark Tank, and I was so charmed by it. And they just had such great rapport. And I knew then, I was like, yeah, dude, these people are meant to be together. And I just had the best time. I stayed a week, like way overstayed my welcome. And yeah, his wife, Dory, is just the shit. I've known her since high school, and she's just a great person. And I'm so pumped for both of them. And then sometimes I'd pick fights with him, but he's like the best fighter I know. And he would never beat me up. He would just pin me and like tell me to calm down. And I always really appreciated that he always beat me up the right amount. It like literally makes me cry, because he really helped me without hurting me. So I appreciate it. Chad, who is
awesome.
your
Yeah, I
legend?
met him in New York, and sorry I can't make it to your wedding, but he's the man.
He's the beast, dude.
Charismatic, looks like a Kennedy,
Yeah, he's a good looking dude.
and just a beast.
Chad, who is your legend of the week?
We probably have similar ones. It's the Hawaii 5-0 crew.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
Should we just merge them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just the best. I mean, we touched on it earlier. Rich, Riley, shout out. The cast too. Megan, Katrina, the director Karen.
That Karen's like, I was gonna
Y-
single her out a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
I really just had such a deep affinity for her.
Yeah.
Just what a pro, dude.
Such a pro.
So calm and collected.
Yeah.
Never overdoing it,
Yeah.
but just very sure of what she wanted and just cool about getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, like Gene Hackman said to like director, I think for direction, he's like, I only want these kinds of directions, more, less, loud, or just like less volume.
Yeah.
And she kind of like ran by that. Kind of, she'd be like, a little more of this, a little more of that. You know, like it wasn't like too overbearing.
No.
She'd let you sort of find your voice.
Yeah, and she'd pull you aside. She wouldn't give you notes in front of everybody.
Yeah.
She was like very sensitive to how it feels to get notes, and she'd
Yeah.
just pull you over one-on-one and be like, "Here, let me tell you this thing."
Yeah.
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 And then she's dealing with a lot. Like you know,
Yeah.
you got to hit that time, or then you got to pay people overtime.
Yeah.
And she was just cool about it.
Yeah. She's really cool. So
And-
sweet too.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then she did the classic thing that people who go to Harvard do.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, where'd you go to college? She's like, oh, I left my hometown and went to college. I'm like, where? She's like, just somewhere in the East Coast. I'm like, what school did you go to? She's like, I went to Harvard. I'm like, you freaking Harvard people, dude.
Yeah.
They never want to say they went to Harvard.
Yeah. I saw that. I went to Harvard.
Yeah. Yeah, they always like kind of resign to it. Like, oh, I'm a dummy. I went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Like, get over yourself. Yeah.
And the stunt guy too.
Dude,
He was a beast.
we got to get him on the pod.
Yeah, big wave surfer. I forget his name.
I forget his name too. I got the call sheet right here though. Dude, hanging out of helicopters.
Yeah, the camera guys. I forget their names, but they were legends.
They were great guys. All beasts. They were great guys. They said the camera guy told me best actor I ever saw was James Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Then Al Pacino was number 2. Said they had a preternatural understanding of where the camera is.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude, I'm regretting that we don't have the stunt guy's name yet. What'd they say about Tom Cruise, dude?
What did they say?
They said he was a stuntman. They're like his skill set with
Right.
motorcycles,
yeah,
cars.
He surpasses like everyone.
Yeah.
He's like a wealth of talent in like all areas.
Yeah.
Acting, producing, stunts, driving cars, flying helicopters, flying planes, hanging out of planes, all kinds of shit. Diffusing nuclear bombs. I'm sure he could master that.
These were like real hardcore stuntmen, and they were saying Tom Cruise is the real deal. Like
Yeah.
he is. It's not people making him look that way. Like he really is a stuntman.
Well, you think about those tethers that we were on,
Yeah.
and we were 5 stories up. on top of a roof. He did that in the tower in Dubai
Yeah.
and ran out of a window.
I get nervous just thinking about it. Dude, he got tied himself to a plane and had the plane take off.
Yeah. Yeah, when you think about how absurd that is.
It's
he's
insane.
He's like, yeah, I'll do it. And can you imagine flying that plane and you're like, is Tom Cruise still hanging on?
Dude, you could it's like they're stuntmen for a reason. They could very easily die doing what they do.
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, I got a rope hooked up to me, but if one person messes up,
Yeah.
there's no second chance. You're just dead.
Yeah. And with Tom Cruise, when he was hanging off the plane, he said if a rock hit him, it would like go through his head.
Right.
He'd be done.
Yeah. You know in his heart of hearts he believes he could just headbutt that rock to death, though.
Yeah. Tame the cock. No. What is it?
Tame the pussy. Respect the cock.
Respect the cock.
And then he'd have a funeral for the rock and invite the whole family and then do a great eulogy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a super stud.
But yeah, shout out to the crew.
Dude, the crew was so great, man.
If any of you are listening, I love you.
I love you too. Yeah, I miss you guys.
Dude, when we were at the end of the shoot, when we were changing, I don't think Riley knew I was in the bathroom, but I heard him talking to some of the crew. He's like, man, I wish these guys were on the show all the time.
He said that?
Yeah.
Dude, what a W. Dude, what a W.
Yeah.
And dude, this was cool too. Because guys, this was like, I know we've been talking about it a lot, but it really was just such a beautiful experience for Chad and I. When we're on our way, we had to hustle from the show to get a red eye to fly back so I could hit this wedding. But dude, we stopped at the beach on the way and we did a midnight swim because we were sweating crazy and we didn't want to go to the airport like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Being out in the water like that at night. And I was
Yeah.
so just thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was warm, salty, and fresh.
Dude, the script supervisor was so nice.
Oh, yeah, she was great.
She was so sweet.
Yeah.
I got her name.
You think they're shooting right now?
Yeah, they're probably shooting right now. Diane, she was so nice.
Yeah.
We didn't meet Scott Kahn though, guys. If some of you are wondering that, which was a bummer, but we'll get him next time.
Yeah, we'll get him next time.
All right, chat. Should we keep pushing? Do you want to do your quote of the week?
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a quote yet.
You want me to hit it real quick?
Yeah.
All right, guys. My quote of the week is someone we were just talking about. It's Tom Cruise from Jerry Maguire. I think it's probably not his best acting performance, but his best movie star performance, and probably his film that I relate to the most. And I'm also doing it because it's John Daniel's favorite movie. And I didn't know why it was his favorite movie, and then I got older a little bit, and now I get it. And this is from the end of the movie when he goes to, he's had the sports success that has kind of been eluding him as an agent. After his fall from grace and his slow rebuild to the top, and he did it with integrity. And now he's going to get his lady, Renee Zellweger, because he kind of hasn't been appreciating Dorothy. That's her name in the movie. Because I don't know, stuff's just tough. But he barges into her house, and they're doing it's a bunch of divorced women talking about just how hard love is, and he doesn't know where she's at. But he barges in, he goes, "Hello, I'm looking for my wife." And then she pops up. He looks around. All right, if this is where it has to happen, then this is where it has to happen. I'm not letting you get rid of me. How about that? This used to be my specialty. I was good in a living room. Send me in there. I'll do it alone. And now I don't know. But our little company had a good night tonight. A really big night. But it wasn't complete. It wasn't nearly close to being in the same vicinity as complete. Because I couldn't share it with you. I couldn't hear your voice or laugh about it with you. I missed my wife. We live in a cynical world, and we work in a business of tough competitors. I love you. You complete me. And then she comes in, shut up. Just shut up. You had me at hello. Let's go! Let's go! Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
Dude, I saw Renee Zellweger coming out on the Ellen show, and she was dancing. I was like, she still got it.
She's got it.
She's got it.
She's got moxie for days.
Oh,
Dude, they said in this thing, she came into the second audition crying. And they were like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with her? And then she crushed the first one, came in crying for the second one. She's just full up of energy, bro.
Yeah.
Cold Mountain, opening scene, she breaks a chicken's head.
nice.
Sorry, vegans. But it was the 1860s. Chad, what is your quote of the week?
It comes from Harry S. Stamper from Armageddon.
Bro.
I know we have to go. We can all just sit here on Earth, wait for this big rock to crash into it, kill everything and everybody we know. United States government just asked us to save the world. Anybody want to say no?
Dude, your eyes right now, cocky.
Aaron, what do you think?
Aaron, what's up?
Are you going to say no to the U.S. Gov?
Are you going to say no to being my wife?
I'm gonna have to pass on that.
I love you, dude.
So you say no to the U.S. Gov, though?
You complete the pod, bro.
Yeah, I would say no to the U.S. Gov.
Dude, negative on both fronts.
Dude, he's a wild card.
Aaron, you're the non-apologizer of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
You won't be pushed into a position.
I got
Yeah.
I got one word for Aaron. Unpredictable.
Yeah, dog. All right, well, should we do a phrase for getting after it?
Yeah, I have one.
My dog, hit us with it.
Let's FedEx the fun.
Nice, dude.
What's yours?
Let me see real quick. Mine is from Independence Day.
Oh.
Welcome to Earth. All right, guys.
What does he say to the alien?
That's what he says, I think.
Peace.
Peace. Oh, before he hits it with the rocket?
Yeah.
Big Willie style, dude.
I love movies because they create scenarios where you're about to die in an alien ship with Jeff Goldblum
Yeah.
and Will Smith.
He lights some stoves.
Yeah.
You're 60,000 miles from Earth.
Yeah.
Earth. What's your second favorite planet?
Second favorite planet? I'm gonna go with Venus.
I like Neptune.
Neptune.
Yeah.
That's where Poseidon's from.
Yeah, I like the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Venus because it's so lively and like unpredictable.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you go there, then you're just gonna get, just destroyed.
Yeah.
No, I just think it seems really like chaotic and cool.
Yeah, you're attracted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to touch that danger.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
attracted to what I can't have.
Yeah. Or what could be bad for you.
What do you like about Neptune?
Just the beautiful colors of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the name. I
Yeah.
think Neptune rolls off the tongue
It
nicely.
is cool. Yeah.
Neptune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Mars, kind of whack.
Super overrated.
Yeah.
Probably the most overrated planet.
Yeah.
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 Like it doesn't deserve the most movies.
Yeah. Like, cool, it's red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost think it just gets all that stuff because of the proximity.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, Jupiter's a giant gas ball.
Jupiter gets a lot of love. I was about to say that too.
Yeah.
Our heads are in the same place.
Yeah. That's always disappointing to me. I'm like, it's so big, though. Like, and they're like, just that it's gas.
Yeah, it's not solid.
Yeah.
You could just run right through it if it
Yeah.
wasn't for a bunch of factors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It's weird that there's other planets and that there's just not stuff happening on them too.
Yeah.
Like we got elevators here now. We got like Zed's rotating stage show.
The orbit production.
Yeah.
I guess they have the real life orbit production.
Yeah, but we've had a lot of micro developments on Earth that really set us apart.
Yeah.
Like just think about the difference in juices. I drink blue juice, you drink green juice.
Yeah. We've got Hawaii and Alaska.
Yeah, and that's just the USA.
Yeah. We got Aaron saying he say no to the U.S. Gov. We got Bruce Willis saying he'll say yes.
Yeah, Aaron, actually we should probably revisit that. You would say no to the US Gov and just what do you expect to happen to that asteroid if you're not going to help out?
All right, I'm in.
Dude,
Oh,
that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay, I get
Yeah.
it. You just need a little bit of I'm like that too, where I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. Then you put the pressure on me. I'm like, all right, let's fucking do it.
You just need to get cajoled.
Yeah. That's like my energy. If like there's barbarians at the gates and they're coming in to rape and pillage, I'm like, I don't want to fight these fucking guys, but I'm like, all right, fine, give me the helmet. I guess we gotta fight these guys.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches, you know.
Sons of mother.
Open the gates. Let's kill as many of these guys as we can.
Yeah.
Reluctant badassery.
It's part of the hero's journey.
Dude.
Dude, I've been trying to read that.
Chad's trying to read that.
It's dense.
Yeah, dude. It's a school book, basically.
Yeah.
Dude, you got it. Dude, Power of Myth.
Yeah, I'll order that too.
Way easier.
Yeah.
Interview. All the same juice.
Oh yeah, there's an interview.
It's an interview style. Yeah, it's written interview style.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it's Bill Moyers. It's way easier to digest.
Nice. Cool. Not as pretentious.
No, not near it. Because it's not like academic. It's more just like, it's like for PBS.
Yeah.
It's meant for mass consumption.
Nice.
You know what I'm about to mass consume?
Steak.
Yeah, baby. Something like that.
What are you about to mask consume?
I actually didn't know what I was going to say. I just thought it'd be a fun thing to say. Probably this podcast, because we got to edit it pretty fast.
Yeah.
And then maybe hopefully a book if I finish in time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right, man. I had a great time chatting with you today.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening, for tuning in, for manscaping your things, and for being stokers. Keep writing those reviews, dudes. Oh, maybe the review of the week.
Oh, yeah. Hit him with one, dude.
Because we just want to thank you guys.
We get nice reviews, dude. I really appreciate it.
It is very nice. Oh, wow. All right, this comes from J-Dog Rock 3, a podcast that is changing the world. So nice. Chad and JT have tapped into something special. The way in which their worldviews work together to paint a picture for all the stokers of what a beautiful planet this could be is unrivaled. True dogs, big dogs, oh yes. Thanks for reminding everybody it's cool to be honest and open with each other.
That's nice, man.
Dank review.
Thank you, dude.
All right. Thanks, stokers, and thanks for the reviews, and see you later.
And Jonathan Van Ness, what a beast, man.
Beast. Who's that?
The guy from Queer Eye came
Oh,
out and said he
right.
has HIV.
Yeah.
Beast, bro. Beast.
Beast.
If you need advice, these guys are really nice.